In Cyprus, Israeli missiles roll off cargo ships bound for frontline deployment. From Nicosia to Ankara, alarm bells ring. The Barak MX is no ordinary defense system. It peers deep into Turkish airspace, shifting the balance of power in a region already scarred by decades of conflict. Now, Turkey warns of dangerous consequences, reviving old ghosts of the S-300 crisis and thrusting the island back to the heart of a geopolitical storm. Israel has quietly stepped up its military footprint in the eastern Mediterranean. Last week, advanced Barak MX air defense systems were delivered to Cyprus through the port of Limassol, marking the second transfer since late 2024. Local media, including the Cypriot site reporter, confirmed the shipment, which is slated for deployment near Paphos and expected to become fully operational this year. The Cypriot government has offered no official confirmation. Still, President Nikos Christodoulides previously said his administration would do everything necessary to bolster Cyprus's deterrence capacity, stressing the island's dual status as both a nation under occupation and an EU member state in a region of strategic weight.
The only thing I can say is we will and are doing everything necessary to bolster the deterrence force of Cyprus, not only because we are a country under occupation, but an EU member state in a region of particular geostrategic importance.
The Barak MX, unveiled by Israel Aerospace Industries in 2018, is a mobile modular air defense system designed to counter aircraft, UAVs, cruise missiles, and rockets. It uses ESA radars with a 460-kilometer surveillance range and missiles capable of intercepting threats up to 150 km away. Each launcher carries 8 missiles, with variants covering short to extended ranges, 15 to 150 km. With its coverage, Israel can now monitor and track activity deep inside Turkish airspace. Turkish defense expert Arda Mevlutoglu described the system as significantly more dangerous than the Russian S-300 once intended for Cyprus, warning it could threaten Turkish forces both on the island and in the wider Mediterranean.
This is a system far more dangerous than the S-300, which southern Cyprus ordered from Russia in 1997, but never deployed. Given the current state of military ties between Israel and the Greek Cypriot administration, this powerful air defense system and radar will undoubtedly become a central element of Israel's intelligence network in the eastern Mediterranean.
The move underscores rising friction between Israel and Turkey over Cyprus and regional security. Analysts warn that Turkey fears it may be Israel's next target, given its long-standing ties with Hamas, hosting the group's leadership since 2011 and offering diplomatic, financial, and operational support. The two countries are also locked in rivalry over Syria. Meanwhile, Turkey has voiced strong objections to Cyprus's reported acquisition of the Israeli-made Barak MX integrated air defense system. Officials from the Turkish Defense Ministry have said the procurement threatens peace and stability on the divided island, warning of what they described as dangerous consequences if the deployment moves forward. The system, developed jointly by Israel and India, is capable of intercepting aircraft, drones and missiles at ranges of up to 150 kilometers. Its arrival would mark a major upgrade for Cyprus, whose defense shield has long relied on Soviet-era equipment. Media in Nicosia report that components of the system have already been delivered through the port of Limassol, though Cypriot authorities have yet to issue an official confirmation. The Mediterranean island has been divided since 1974, when Turkey invaded following a coup backed by Athens. Turkey recognises only the self-declared Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus and has kept more than 35,000 troops stationed there. From this position, Ankara has deployed drones, missile batteries and other assets, projecting power across the eastern Mediterranean. In 1997, Cyprus's attempt to deploy the Russian S-300 missile defense system provoked a similar confrontation. Turkey threatened military action, forcing Nicosia to divert the missiles to Greece to defuse the crisis. Analysts warn that the current dispute over Israeli technology risks reviving familiar tensions, with both Ankara and Nicosia trading pointed remarks about security responsibilities on the island. Cypriot Defence Minister Vasilis Palmas responded that the Republic, under occupation for more than half a century, has a duty to strengthen its defences until a political solution can be reached. He underscored that Cyprus remains a peaceful democracy and an EU member state, but one that faces enduring threats. The Barak MX system represents more than a technical upgrade. Its advanced radar can monitor airspace across 460 kilometres, reaching well into southern Turkey and offering Cyprus new intelligence advantages. Analysts in Ankara argue this capability poses a direct challenge to Turkish forces in northern Cyprus and across the wider region. International experts counter that Ankara's objections overlook its own long-standing militarization of the island. Sinan Chidi, a senior fellow with the Foundation for Defense of Democracies, noted that Turkey has maintained troops, drones and advanced missile systems on Cypriot territory for decades, despite widespread international recognition of the north as occupied land.
Turkey cannot have forgotten that, in the eyes of the entire international community and international law, it has been illegally occupying a chunk of Cyprus since 1974. Additionally, it has heavily militarized the island, deployed troops, and positioned advanced weapons capabilities in the territory, including combat drones, fighter aircraft, and ballistic missiles. All these military assets threaten the island's safety and the lives of its citizens on a daily basis.
Seth Fransman, also with the Foundation, added that President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has sought to expand Turkish influence in ways that place pressure on both Cyprus and Israel. He said Ankara's threats should be taken seriously, pointing to Turkey's history of resorting to force to advance its demands. For now, the delivery of the Barak MX system highlights both the deepening security ties between Israel and Cyprus and the continuing volatility of the eastern Mediterranean. With both sides unwilling to yield, the dispute underscores how the island remains a focal point of regional rivalries 5 decades after its division.